What's up, YFM? Is back again. Me and my big homie Wayne here. You know, we really close, so we talking, just random talking before we started recording. And I said something that I wanted to get his opinion on. So y'all already know that, you know, Wayne has a beautiful, great little son and all of that. Awesome child. But I don't have any kids, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to ask him this and talk to him about this. I believe that every 5 years you should get your ass whipped because it humbles you. Because I think that a lot of people walk around this bitch like, oh, I'm the toughest nigga in the world. Right. Or I can say whatever I want and nothing's going to happen to me. And then if you got punched in your motherfucking face and you knew like, I cannot beat this person, I just feel like that just makes you a lot more down to earth and brings you back to reality.
Down to earth.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't, because we got so many superheroes, right, Wayne? Right. We got so many things we watch that, and then we always need affirmation. Oh, make me feel good, make me feel great about myself, right? Because life is hard. But if you had somebody to just come over and just beat the fuck out of you, you gonna feel, I promise you, you're gonna be like, man, I ain't the toughest nigga in the world. Even if you is, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel like, okay, I can be beat, I can be defeated, which helps you so much. That's my personal Jimmy B. Fearless philosophy. Get beat up. What do you think, Wayne? What do you think I'm tripping?
No. It's just no, I think you're absolutely right. And I think it would stop a lot of the crimes that's been happening with the young kids today too, man. And if they just get their ass whooped like once, you say 5 years, man, I say like maybe every 2 years. In high school, it may need to be like once every year. For every, you know, from freshman year to senior year, you may have to get into a scuffle and you lose, or like you said, become a draw. And that may stop a lot of what's going on, a lot of the crime with the young kids, man. Another thing I wanted to add in too is them having a game, like they having like all their friends around them, you know. So somebody, you know, you get punched in the face and everybody else jump in and stomp, you know, that's for one, it's not a fair fight. And for two, you're not really learning anything. You're not gaining anything. You're not getting that humbleness that you were just talking about. You know what I mean? So, I mean, just like one-on-one fisticuffs. Yeah. And you get rocked and you get knocked down or something like that. Yes. It will humble you. It'll make you a better person. I do agree. But let me ask you this too. Like, what started is we were talking about disciplining our kids. So do you think like do you think like I don't want to say what's the word I'm looking for? I'll just go ahead. Do you think whooping your kids is like humbling them, or you know, do you think it's necessary?
So, you know, I don't have any kids, right? But you know, I've had little nieces and stuff. My niece Madi and my new little niece Stephanie. She's one. She just started walking. So if I did have kids, or when I do have kids, if we decide to, my main thing is this. It's not about the ass whipping. It's about the fear. I know that sounds crazy. You want your kids to fear you? I'm not my motherfucking kid's best friend.
Right.
We can be homies. We cool, but homie code is if you break homie code, I still will fuck you up. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he or she needs to learn that, because this is my opinion. It's not about fucking the kid up. It's not about beating the kid. It's about the simple fact that it is very hard to rear someone that doesn't understand the consequences of actions.
Right. Exactly.
So my mom told me a bunch of times, hey, yo, don't you put no metal shit into the power socket. My stupid ass thought it was going to give me superpowers because I was watching Static Shock. I don't know if y'all remember Static Shock, but it was a black dude that had electrical powers, and this nigga had a fly suit, and his whole family was chilling. They was in the hood, and this nigga had the superpowers. So I'm not the youngest of. I did this when I was like
12, 13.
7.
No, you 30. Yeah.
Nah,
No. Time out. No, because you're a year younger than me. So Static Shock was around. We was like 13, 14 when Static Shock came out, bro.
No, I thought Static Shock was when we was like young.
No, Static Shock was like 99, 2000. Yeah. Come on.
No, man. It was not.
Because if you 14 years old, bro, and trying to get superpowers, yo.
Oh shit, stupid. He said Static Shock came out. Let me check and see when Static Shock came out. Oh, you was right. It did come out 2000.
Right, yeah, 2000.
Well, maybe Static Shock isn't the best example. Maybe I was just looking at regular superpowers, but I didn't do this shit when I was 14. I was like 7 years old. So anyway, I stuck a fork in the shut up, nigga. I stuck a fork in the outlet and I got electrocuted. And as I think back, when you asking me that question, I was always a hard-headed kid. I needed to do it wrong myself to say, like, this is it. And if I didn't get too damaged or hurt, I would still probably do it again.
Right.
So, you know, my dad died when I was 12. My mom, she whipped my ass once after that point, right? And it really wasn't a whip, but she punched me dead in the face because I had said what? And I was just like, I can't hit you back. You know what I'm saying? So I just walked it off and just like, yo, this lady crazy. But, you know, I believe that if I can make sure that my child has fear of certain consequences or understand that, that's a good thing. And it doesn't have to be slapping them or beating them. But shit, man, is real bad. Like, for example, I stole a bike as a kid.
Oh, man.
But I never took it home because I understood the consequences of if my mom found that, first thing she gonna be like, where the fuck you get that from? And I'm at the lie to my mom. And then it's gonna be on top of another lie. And then what about if someone sees me with the bike? I'm gonna have to end up fighting whoever I stole it from. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up just leaving the bitch because all of that stuff was racing through my mind after I stole the bike.
Yeah. Because
I understood that there could be multiple negatives and the positives did not outweigh the negatives.
Right.
Having that does come with the fear of disappointing people, the fear of, you know, getting my ass whipped, the fear of getting in trouble. So the fear is the most important thing. And fear might be a bad word, but I know a lot of cats that used to get their ass whipped all the time, and they still was buck wild. Them niggas is in jail, or them niggas is dead, or them niggas is alive in gangs. And they used to get their ass whipped constantly by their parents. And they still turned out to be, they didn't give a fuck.
Right.
So I don't believe truly in beating the kid's ass till they bloody. A spanking, a slapping the ass, you know, a hard pull, like get your ass together. What the fuck you doing out here? Like something like that, yeah. But like a full on, I'm gonna punch you in your face or being whipped with a belt. Yeah. I don't know if I would do all that. I think a good slap in the ass is really good. You know what I mean? And if it's like an adult, but here's my caveat. I'm sorry, I'm going off too long, but this is my caveat. I believe that once a child reaches a certain age, they're gonna try their dad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is an open-ended ass whipping. Like that's different. Cause you're trying to test, you know, and this is some old like Animal Kingdom type shit. You're trying to test almost your masculinity.
Like rites of passage type shit.
Right. Trying to supplant the father. You know what I'm saying? As the male in the household. Women sometimes do it too. You know, like with their mom and shit. You know, they always have beef. Ladies usually have beef with their mom from like 12 to like 17. Then they start experiencing life, be like, niggas ain't shit. Then they start to like, you know, connect with their mom again. Yeah. But the sons always do that. You know what I'm saying? I fought my stepdad around that age. Around like 14, 15, 16. And that's some shit that, you know, you wanted to get fucked up as a child. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Did you win?
I went to jail for what I did, so
oh shit.
I don't know. I don't think it was he was calling my mom. He called my mom. He was saying some shit like, "Mama, come on, bitch," or whatever.
Oh no.
And I grabbed a Heineken bottle. I busted him over his motherfucking head, and then I jumped on him and just started punching on the nigga. I ain't give a fuck, nigga. You gonna be talking reckless, nigga. You gonna get beat up like you a nigga in the street. And that's exactly what happened. They called the cops. I got locked up. I had to go to I had to go to jail. And you know what I'm saying, I had like charges on me. You know what I mean? I had assault and attempted murder charges. No, I had attempted murder charges. I think in like the third degree or some bullshit. Yeah. Cause he went to the hospital, man. That nigga was about to die. His head was split from here to here. Yeah.
Oh, wow, bro.
Yeah.
So the Heineken bottle did
playing,
that?
The Heineken bottle, I didn't. And like when he got up, he was like, "You gotta hit me harder than that. You gotta hit me harder than that." So my best friend's holding me back. So I'm like, "Let me go, nigga. I'm about to. Let's go. Let's fight, nigga." Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't even call that a win. I sent that nigga to the hospital. You know what I mean? But that's not.
Yes, the win.
I don't get no. I'm not getting no cool points for that because
why not? Get the hell you are, bro. Fuck out of here.
Nah,
Fuck out of here.
I mean, I personally believe that was just a sad situation. But that's like my point of like a man testing another man. But it wasn't like because I was like, I just didn't want to talk to my mom like that. And I was fed up with the bullshit. You feel me? So if I had a gun, I would have shot him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I mean. Like, men are going to test other men. And when that shit happens, I believe as the father, you need to fuck them up because it sets them up really nice for life. You know what I'm saying? Like how with Baby Boy, when when
Big Brains Jody, I forget his name in the movie, but yeah, punched Jody out.
I forgot, you know. Nah, he walked away. He was like, yeah, nigga doing talking all that shit. Yeah, nigga, he gonna go there, go to sleep, put that nigga in chokehold and was like, in jail, I'll make you be my bitch. And that always was like, that set that boy right. Because after that, he was still wilding out a little bit, but he know he could not touch this grown ass man. Yeah. And you see how the relationship was better?
Right, yeah,
so, and me and my stepdad's relationship improved. I mean, I did have to choke him out one more time, and that was on some more other shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, love him to death.
No doubt.
So I know I said a lot, but I hope that answers your question.
So much for taking the time out to come listen to the YFM podcast. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you rate us 5-star if you're on Apple Podcasts or if you're on Anchor. And please go ahead and tell a friend, tell a family member how we getting down over here. And also let us know in the comments what you think about our latest episode. Peace and love. YFM.
So do you think if more boys had that father or father figure in their life that they could have that altercation with, then we wouldn't have or need to get our asses whooped every 2 or 5 years? Or do you think that ass whooping is still needed?
I mean, you know, statistically, when we look at, and we can pull up the statistical data, I'm starting to learn more about like our community, and I believe it's about 60% of us come from single parent homes. So we just need fathers in general. You know what I mean? And we need fathers that are role model fathers, like good fathers, go to work, teaches his family the lessons. You know what I mean? Have some type of foundation, either it be religious foundation and teachings or just, you know, something philosophical. Be able to lead the family in the right way. Go through your hard times, but always, you know, be there, a supportive father, show love, don't coddle them, let them know the real world, make them work. That's what we need. The ass whipping part, though, that could be a part of it. Because I think that a lot of kids do feel like, you know, they're the man. Certainly the ones that get into a lot of trouble when they're very young. And they get groomed, man. It's just like how like cults and shit groom people. You see a kid out there out late night, 12, 13, 14 years old. You're an older man. You've been to jail. You got, you know, you selling drugs. You doing whatever the fuck you're doing. You can easily groom somebody like that needs like a person to talk to or needs someone to look up to. And it could be based off of just money, or it could be based off the fact that they don't live in the hood no more, or they made it out some way, or they rap or something. And grown men and some grown women, they will go ahead and prey on those kids, and they'll groom those kids to be terrible fucking people. Imagine if you had that, but it was like a father or father figure that can get those kids out of that mindset, to try to set them straight, to give them lessons. Understand that shit is mad temporary. Nothing is permanent. You know what I mean? Like all those lessons. That's what we need to teach. And it's not about the ass whipping in general. I just think it's about teaching all of that stuff to the point where the child is mature enough to even have that conversation with their dad. Like, man, fuck you, dad. You wrong. That's when ass whipping is going to come. But only at a certain age, be like, boy, this life is real. Like, I will beat your ass, but this life will really put you down. because in the real world, you don't have to be like physical altercation. They can kill you other ways that'll make you want to hurt yourself, emotional, financial. Like, understand that you can never break the glass ceiling. Like, all of that shit can hurt you mentally. So you have to be prepared for all of that. And I think that just getting fucked up every once in a while will humble you if you get too high in the sky to do better than people.
Right.
So that's my opinion. So I know that you are not a person as a parent, you don't want to give your child whoopings. Why?
Right. I'm just trying to break that cycle, yeah, because I got whoopings growing up. Me and all my brothers got whoopings growing up, and just like when I think back on, and when I think back on it, it's like, I feel like it was unnecessary. But I mean, for me, I want to say it made me better because it put like that fear, like you were talking about, like so I think it made me better, but I don't think, like you said, it's necessary. So I'm trying to break that cycle and not have to, do that to him, not want to do that to him. Sometimes it is a little hard. Sometimes you want to snatch him up. Like sometimes you just want to, you know what I mean? It just, God, man, it's so infuriating sometimes. Yeah, absolutely.
Good throat chop, which I think is okay. Pop, a throat chop right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna sound like something like, you'd be all right.
I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that. I hope it don't leave a mark.
Not too hard though. You won't break nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the girls all like,
fuck up his larynx and shit, right?
Yeah, nigga, he gonna hate you for life. For real.
Yeah, man. But I'm just hoping that I don't have to resort to that, and that the fear that I put in him now and growing up will always be there, and that fear will turn into respect to where he wouldn't want to do that just because he respects us enough to know, like, respects himself enough as well to know that he doesn't have to act that way. He doesn't have to do that. He does have people and friends and family that love him, but I really do think that starts with unfortunately, a little bit of fear. You have to put like that fear in your child and let them know, like, yo, hey, I will smack the shit out of you, but maybe not smack the shit out of them. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just really hoping I don't have to resort to it.
I feel that it's hard to like teach someone by just talking to them, and just trying to get them to understand. And certainly children, So you just have to have patience, man. You have to have a level of patience. But at a certain age, you're like, yo, man, you need to know. You should know what the fuck is going on. Like, I shouldn't have to keep talking to you about this shit. Like, that's the reason why kids be going to military school. Some kids just don't. Some people don't give a fuck what you think. Like, some people are very, very just like narcissistic. They just worrying about themselves. They don't care. Some people are psychopaths, like, by nature. So it's just like, what can you do? But if we all, like, imagine if Donald Trump, and I know I'm bringing up Donald Trump yet again, but imagine if Donald Trump, like, got his ass whipped at the age of 20, and then 25, and then 30, 35, and just continue to go up. Or like Wayne said, every 2 years. Imagine that. Imagine if it was someone from a different race.
Like each time.
Yeah, like a blackie, Asian-y, a Puerto Rican-y, a Latin-y, and then of course a white.
Yeah.
Because you can be like, oh, this black person fucked me up. I hate black people now. You know how people are. People stupid. So I'm just saying, like, imagine how much humble he would be. Imagine the fact that he wouldn't be dropping NFTs with him looking like Superman when this motherfucker is morbidly obese. Like, you know what I'm saying? And be slamming Big Macs on regular. Imagine that. He would be better. Or at least, more humble. Mm-hmm. It's nothing more humbling than losing a fight. I really don't think so.
I agree with that, man. I agree with that. But I also feel, but you don't want to lose every fight. You know what I mean? Like, you want to win more than you lose, but that one you lose needs to be like a really fucked up loss. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can try, go ahead, try.
No doubt.
So look, let's lay it out. Let's make it make more sense because it doesn't make more sense when you look at it. But let's make it make more sense. Every year, every 5 years or 2 years in Wayne's life, somebody gonna knock on your door, and he gonna be like 6'9", 325 pounds, natty, which is natural if y'all don't know. Or maybe he's on gear. Fuck it, he's on gear, right? So he on steroids. That's what they call steroids, is gear. So he on gear. You don't got no weapons. It's just your fist versus his fist. You can try all that Muay Thai, Kung Fu shit you want. It might work for you. But on an average day, he gonna pick me up and he gonna body slam me. He gonna get on top of me. He gonna punch my fucking brains in. That's what you would expect. Am I wrong, right?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what you should expect. Yeah.
Boom. So that person knock on the door, you can be ready. You can have your martial arts, you can have your Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you might be able to twist this nigga up, knock him out. You might be able to do it all. But 99% chance he gonna kick you in your shit. He's gonna turn you into a quivering bitch until you like, yo, I'm done. Please stop. If that happened to you every 5 years, you know you can't win. You got a chance. You might be able to knock the nigga out. I don't know. Your hands, like if it's Gervonta Davis, the boxer, he fights heavyweights when he's sparring and shit. And he only 5'4". So I expect him to knock a nigga the fuck out. I wouldn't be mad at that. But if it's me or you or somebody else regular, let's say Dante. Dante's what, 6'1"? Okay?
Yeah.
Dante ain't no small nigga. So he might have a chance against the 6'8" nigga. That's 330 pounds on gear. Like he might have a chance. But he might also get knocked the fuck out.
Right.
That's going to humble you. So that's what I envision. If we had a council that was supplied by the government that could do that.
Now, that's a bit extreme, of course. I understand that I understand the example, but it's a bit extreme. But so you are kind of saying that kids do need their ass whoop in a sense, because you're saying adults need their ass whoop, right? Is there any other way? Is there any other way besides getting your ass whooped that you can become getting that humble? Getting humble. Is there any other way?
I mean, I think there is multiple ways, but this is the easiest way. Like, it don't have to be 6'8", it be 6'1", 6'2", whatever. Just getting fucked up, because there's a lot of ways to make you humble. Getting evicted from your apartment, that makes you humble.
Absolutely.
Getting your car repoed, that makes you humble. Losing your job or didn't get the promotion when you was the most qualified person, that humbles you. But it also can make you angry. And it can also make you spiteful and vengeful. If you get beat up by this nigga that I imagine, right, coming to your door and fucking you up on sight, if you get beat up by him, would that make you vengeful, spiteful, angry? You don't even know this nigga. You just know it's law.
Right.
It's the law of the United States of America now, right? So you can't avoid it. It's like taxes. You can pay them or you can try to not pay them. They're gonna come get your ass. So I don't think you have any like true animosity or fear about getting fucked up. Or you don't have fear, but you're not gonna be mad in the future for getting your ass whipped. You just feel like it's not gonna be anything else that would be like, oh, I hate the fact that this person didn't give me this job or anything else. Because life can knock you down and humble you more than getting your ass whipped can. But getting your ass whipped is just an easy, simple fix, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I haven't in a while.
So you about due for one.
So I'm definitely about due. But I feel like I am extremely humble. Maybe. But, you don't know all the humble people in the world.
Yeah, I think so too.
I try to be, but I feel like the perception that people give me is crazy, right? But who I really am as a person, I try not to be like arrogant. I am narcissistic, but like I try not to be, So that's the way I envision it. Do you think the way I envision it too extreme, or it's impossible?
No, but we can we can call it the humbling, right? So that's the law. Yeah. It's called the humbling. Come around every 2 to 5 years,
Humbling.
Like you said, you can try, but more than likely you're gonna get fucked up. And that's Damn, man, that's so violent, man. I thought we were trying to like get away from all that violent shit. This new generation don't like fights, bro.
That's why they need their ass whipped even more. Because most,
right.
I know this sounds like Fight Club, but that's why, like the book Fight Club is a lot better than the movie. If you never read the book is more along the lines of about men not having direction and how following what we were told was actually the wrong way, because you don't have individualism. You have like corporate slaves, people that's just so uber focused on capitalism being the top that they can be, that they kind of lose focus of everything else. After work, they have no hobbies, they have no real life. And if they do, it's still in servitude of buying things to corporate America or being flashy, which also helps corporate America. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just kind of like, and it's like a dystopian future that is actually coming to pass right now. And it all started with like him saying to himself, obviously, spoiler alert, if you ain't watched Fight Club, go fucking watch it. It's free everywhere. But like him fighting himself, because he said, man, I've never been in a fight before. And like understanding that you can lose hand-to-hand combat, it does make you a lot more sensible in a lot of situations, because you have that fear and understanding that you can get fucked up and your words can't always save you.
Right.
Sometimes you got to save yourself. Like, that's why a lot of people that like stop school shooters and shit like that, they have a boost of like adrenaline and dopamine release when they stop someone from harming other people. And I feel like if you could stop a bully, you can actually help yourself and the person that's being bullied. But this generation, like you said, Wayne, they ain't never been punched in the mouth.
Right.
It's not seen as a good thing. I mean, I had so many fights in school, it was stupid. Like, for real. Like, we used to fight all the time, even most of the time just play.
Shit. I tried to avoid the fights, man.
And that's fine, but like, you would be better prepared if you got to a fight as an adult. Let's say you get into a fight in the parking lot. Do you think you could protect yourself? No guns, no knives, just hand to hand.
Like no guns, no knife, like no weapon. Can I pick up a brick or put like a roll of quarters in my hand?
No,
or something?
nigga, hand to hands. No bricks, no fucking brass knuckles.
I think I do all right. Yeah. Can I fight a little dirty? Like, you know.
I mean, it's a street fight. Yeah. I mean, you could pick up a brick, but most times street fights, you don't pick up bricks. You know, it's a street fight.
Right. Yeah. I think I do okay.
Okay. So,
but
you don't know.
I'm also at that age where I'd rather shoot. You know what I mean?
But shooting. So you can't shoot a person that doesn't have a gun. You going to jail.
That's that. Okay. I'm just gonna run and pray. Like I'm just gonna try my damnedest not to get caught.
Instead of you fighting, no, you going to jail, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You going to prison. You going to lock the fuck up.
Damn.
You don't got outside connections in other countries to go stay at. You ain't bring your black ass here because they coming here. So you better stay. Where you going, nigga? Like this ain't the movies. You don't have no plans about. You don't got no go bag. You don't got no extra money to just dip off to like Brazil or some shit and hide in the mountains planting coca leaves and shit. You going to get locked the fuck up. So that's what I'm saying. Hand to hand. That's just it's a reality. It can easily happen. You can get to a fight at any time. So if you lose the fight, you know you got something to work on. Some people don't take it like that. And I always say it's nothing worse than losing a fight in front of your wife or girlfriend.
Oh yeah, man. I pray that never happens to me, dog. I'll do anything in the world for that to never happen, man.
That's why niggas pull out guns or niggas pull out knives. But like, if you really, really think about it, it's all about that caveman mentality. That's all it is. I want to be able to protect my wife. I want to be able to protect my girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever you got rocking. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to protect them. But this new generation, they supposedly don't care about none of that shit. I just don't imagine having sex with my wife after getting beat up. Like certainly getting dogged, like curb
Yeah,
stomps.
yeah, right.
Like, and imagine if she tries to jump in and he like slap her or something. I can't do nothing. This is why niggas get shot because
it's just easier, man. It's easier.
it's not happening, bro. Like fuck that. Oh my god!
It gets the job done.
Anyway, more of the story is this: you probably don't want to beat your kids. Try to read books and talk to them, time out, take the electronics and shit like that. Well, right when they hit about 15, they start acting crazy. They tell them, "I hate you, mom." That's exactly when I'm throwing you down the motherfucking stairs. You know what I'm saying? And I think me and Wayne could offer a service. And it probably won't be us. We'll probably hire Dante and a few other big niggas I know. I might come do a few just, get the rust
for the
off.
fun of it. Yeah,
We might start the fun of it. We might start a service of we will fuck you up. We will come and fuck you up. Random. We'll knock on your door and fuck you up. If you need a kid fucked up that's over the age of 15 over, and you parent consent, of course, or if you're an adult that just seems like you just need your ass whipped to bring you back down to earth, we are here on call. Just look up YFM, send us a message on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter. Send us a message, and we will gladly, if you pay us our reasonable fee, come fuck you up in your own home.
And make a sandwich after.
Contact.
So that's at YFM Pod if you need us. And keep in mind too, if you hire us, I'm bringing the bricks. So I'm fighting dirty. Man. So hey, know what you're paying for.
Yup, and I promise you, afterwards, after you bloody and you gotta, clean yourself off, your lip is bloody, your eyes black, and all that bullshit, you gonna feel a sense of calm, knowing that you are not the toughest nigga in the world. But if you come at me, I'm gonna shoot you. That's it. Peace. Say peace to the people, Wayne.
Peace, y'all. Thank y'all for listening.
Thank you again for listening to the YFM podcast. Please make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you give us 5 stars, leave a comment, and let us know what you think about the latest episode. Also, you can follow us on Patreon and go ahead and help support the channel, support the podcast by going to patreon.com/YFM podcast. And you can pick up some merch at yfmmerch.com. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and peace. You feel me?